YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Zone with me, your host, Jonathan, aka the Dr. Movies, and a happy Valentine's Day to all lovebirds out there, movie fans, you got it, because today I got a special movie I need to review, and it's actually a Valentine's Day movie, if you want to call it that, Deadpool. Oh my god. Okay, so if you don't know who Deadpool is, let me give you a little backstory of who Deadpool is. Wade Wilson, played by Ryan Reynolds. He's a mercenary, he gets hired to kill people, he loves to do cocaine, all those other drugs, and have sex, and basically take money and do what he wants. And he likes to talk too. Big mouth for it, and he loves doing that. That's why he's known as the Merc with the Mouth. Unfortunately, something happens to him where he gets cancer, and the only way to save his life is he becomes something more. So in this case, he gets the power to heal. Now, he basically has the same healing power as Wolverine. He can heal his body no matter what. He gets destroyed. So basically, he can heal his cancer faster than it can kill him. So when they finally decided to make him in the movie, then this was before this movie, they decided to put him in X-Men Origins Wolverine. And they got Ryan Reynolds. And everybody was like, perfect casting. This is going to be awesome. Because he's great in comedy. He's wisecracking jokes. He's always doing that good stuff. And what they do, the studio decides to just sew his mouth shut and make him a freaking Baraka from Mortal Kombat. So people got mad. And then Ryan Reynolds himself is like, you know what? I can do better. So what he does, he goes to the studio. He tells them, listen, we got to make Deadpool right. And we got to make it now, because honestly, if you watch this movie, from the way this movie opens, it even mentions how, not much of a spoiler here, but if you don't want to hear it, let me just cover your ears or fast forward a little bit. In the beginning of the trailer, the movie just basically starts open the credits. It talks about how all the douchebags of the 20th Century Fox, all the writers of this movie, it's hilarious. And he basically becomes the Merc with the Mouth, like he's supposed to be. The man who can break the fourth wall. If you don't know what that is, basically he knows he's a comic book character. He turns to the screen and talks to the audience like he knows that they're watching him. And when they decided to do this, the marketing for this movie has been phenomenal. From Halloween to him just doing interviews in this thing, it went nuts. So the movie came out, and did it deliver? Oh yeah, I couldn't stop laughing how funny this movie is, because Deadpool is one of those superheroes. He's more of a anti-hero, but he loves doing what he loves to do. But he is so funny when he does it. The way he kills people, the way he just jokes about, what's he going to do after he has a victory or whatever he's going to do. It was so funny. It was hilarious. I'm going to talk about the good things. What they got right was actually making Deadpool rated R. Because he's a character, like, if you want to name other rated R characters, he's like Blade. He's like Ghost Rider. He's like Daredevil. Those characters work in that violent way. But what he does right is that he's violent, but he does it in a fun way. He likes to joke about what he's going to do to a certain bad guy or whatever, the way he tortures people, whatever it is. It's hysterical, and they got it right. And Ryan Reynolds gave us the biggest apology ever by doing this movie correctly. Because if this movie wasn't rated R, I don't think a lot of people... it would have been fine, the movie. I just don't think the way that they all the scenes in this movie, certain scenes are very raunchy. So it probably would not work. There are a lot of funny moments in this movie from, I don't want to spoil it, but with him and Weasel, played by T.J. Miller, great chemistry. They worked it really well. Him and the romance in this movie, I'm really starting to laugh about it. It's so funny. The way him and his girlfriend, they're like polar opposites of each other, They basically are each other in mirror opposites. And the way that they express their love for each other, it works so well. Best romance screen comic book love fest ever. My opinion. But, yeah, it worked. And the way that this crosses over with the X-Men universe, perfecto. Honestly, because You figure X-Men. The X-Men universe is PG-13. Deadpool, he's rated R. He's gonna be hardcore. He's gonna kill you, break your guts, and all that good stuff. And you see him act with the X-Men characters that are in this movie, which are Colossal and Negatonic Teenage Warhead in this movie. And you figure, would it work? And then when you watch it, it works. So when he pop maybe one down the line, he'll pop in an X-Men movie. Maybe to bleep him out. Who knows? But it works. You can make rated R Deadpool and still have him fit well with the X-Men universe. Perfect. It's great. Now, I could say anything bad about this movie if I had a problem with this movie. Because even the villain in this movie worked, and he didn't have that much of a backstory, but that was okay. That was fine. I don't need to know the backstory of every villain, and he wasn't one of those villains who, oh, I gotta take over the company so I can take over the world. It's like every other Marvel movie that comes out before that. Sometimes even in the X-Men movies, they are those corporate guys who just want to take over the world. But this guy had no agenda. He had an agenda. He did what he did to Deadpool. And Deadpool just wanted revenge. That's basically what it is. It was like a bully on a playground picking on a kid, and then the kid decides he wants to go stand up for himself. That's the kind of level this villain was. He was a mutant, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Like I said, minor spoiler there, but honestly, not much of a big deal. He was great. Like I said, the gore in this movie really worked because, like I said, the way that they showed decapitation or whatever it was. I'm not saying that there is, but I'm just saying the way that they show blood in this movie really works. It really shows that these rated R comic books can work. Unfortunately, Deadpool is the only character they have that's rated R, so we probably won't see a Punisher. We probably won't see Daredevil or Blade or Ghost Rider, the Disney universe, but you never know. Maybe Netflix it can work out. You never know. So that you never know. But like I say, now that they have seen what Deadpool can do, and everybody's loving this movie, it works. Deadpool, and it had a small budget too, so that also helped it a lot. And I really hope that they make a sequel, because the end of this movie, you have to stay for the end of the credits, because it is hilarious. Best after credits ever from an X-Men universe point of view. And it was just great. This whole movie made me smile from beginning to end. It was just fun. Some of the pacing of the movie was smooth. It wasn't like slow, action. No, it was very smooth, and you understand. If you're one of those fans who don't really know too much about Deadpool, and you don't know his backstory, and then you watch the movie and then you feel it might be dragging on, I get that. But for me, as a person who knows Deadpool's his world and where he comes from, it was smooth. So I had no problem with that. The only problem I had, and it's very small, is just that the way that the villain came about was, like I said, there was not too much backstory to him. So maybe it'll open up eventually, maybe in the X-Men world or something. But other than that, this movie had no problems to me at all. I think this movie's perfect because this movie was violent, hilarious, raunchy, corny at the same time, but awesome because Deadpool rocks. I never thought they were ever actually going to do Deadpool, because honestly, I thought that if they were going to do Deadpool, and I was like, yeah, they're going to do Deadpool, he's probably not going to fit in the X-Men world because that's PG-13 and he's too rated R. I mean, he's banned in China, for Christ's sakes, but they made it work, and now I'm more excited for the X-Men universe, and Fox has got a great hand on that. They know what they're doing with the X-Men world. Unfortunately, they don't know what the hell they're doing with Fantastic Four, but go figure. Hey, you never know. Maybe they make a rated R version. It might work. Do a small budget. It can work. But yeah, they got Deadpool right. He works now with the X-Men in a good way. The scenes in this movie that make me laugh a lot, man. There were so many. I think I might do a spoiler review about it, but I don't know yet. I'm going to wait maybe another week to maybe I'll do one. I'm not sure yet. But man, this movie was fun. I'm talking about fun. I left the movie theater smiling. You know, I had a cold a couple of days ago and I wasn't feeling too good. I went to the movies because I wanted to get out, and I felt so much better because this movie made me laugh so much. It was great. I love this movie a lot. So I'm going to give this movie a 10 because Deadpool rocks, and now I want number 2, like, now. I hope they announce it tomorrow or whatever, tonight, whatever. But honestly, I know it's happening, but I just wanted to come out tomorrow. But like, the first trailer drops tonight. I'll be like, yay! But yeah, I want it like now because this movie's awesome. If you're a comic book fan of Deadpool, you're going to love this movie. If you're just a comic book fan, you might like this. It's actually a perfect date movie too, because I see some couples there, and it was pretty cool how they hooked up afterwards. This movie made everybody feel great. It was just a great movie. So like I said, if you're not much of a hardcore comic book fan, still check it out. I mean, don't take little kids to this movie unless you are a responsible adult. But yeah, this movie is like rated R to the core. This movie makes rated R movies look like PG movies or G movies compared to this movie. Because honestly, I never seen so much violence, sex, and all that, good stuff in one movie. And they did it so well. It's just a plus for me. Because honestly, what can we have for more, right? Like I said, I'm so glad they did this. So thankful to Ryan Reynolds for being the man that he was. He's like, listen, we got to do this right. And he delivered to us the best Deadpool we have ever seen, ever. Get rid of the other one from my minds. Who cares? We still have this. And now I'm hoping that we get the crossovers between him and the X-Men. Maybe particularly Wolverine. So hopefully that works out. And let's see what happens. So let me know what you think. Are you going to see Deadpool? I think you should. Leave a comment below. Have you seen it? Let me know what you thought about it. And stay tuned for my next review. Because hopefully, probably something down the road. But who knows what it is. Until then, thank you for watching. Have a good day. And happy Valentine's Day to all.